Hello, hello, hello. Great, beautiful, blessed Monday. The third of November, the best month because the best people were born in November. Hi, it's my birthday month, and I'm excited about it. You should see me everywhere. I should be live on Facebook. I should be live on Instagram. I am live on Tickety Tockety. Hi, Tickety Tockety. I should be live on YouTube. Please let me know if you see me, when you see me. This is a very important episode, and I'm very excited about it. So, as I know, I had an episode on Saturday, so y'all thought I was gonna slack lacking. I wasn't doing it because this is very important to me. I had a guest, and I wanted her to get her message across. I wanted to show what kind of help we could be, and I wanted to promote the Chronically Planned Collective. Yes, there's still way more to talk about. So this month, November, this is historically a food month. This was my dad's favorite holiday because it was just food and no presents. And right before, all of the money was, spent on a million other people, you got to eat as much as you want and have as much fun as you want with your family and your loved ones. And it's his favorite holiday, which I understand. It has turned, since I was a kid, very consumer heavy. So I want to talk about why I went vegan specifically for my health and why I'm still going to stay vegan forever and ever. Amen. But I'm telling you all of these things because this month, November the 1st, because of the government shutdown, and I don't get into government like that. I do not, except for like lobbying for specific, like, health related things. Food is very health related. Food that people are not getting their SNAP benefits this month until further notice is very, very heavy on my heart because food is how I healed myself. Food is a huge component of how your body is going to work. So if you're already at a disadvantage because you have a chronic illness, and on top of that, you're not getting a proper food, we have a huge issue, guys. We have a huge issue. I'm sorry, I'm swallowing so hard today. I'm so sorry. Water. Okay. So we have a huge issue. So if you don't know my vegan story, I was in college and I had done a green juice fast in order to put myself into remission, and it worked. I was in remission for a couple years. And when I went into remission that first time, I didn't go vegan immediately. I don't know why it didn't connect to me that this was the reason, and to continue with the benefits, I would need to continue with the diet. So my specific body just needs, hi Rosie, all the way from Miami. Hi Strong Island. Hi Sonia. How girls? So for my specific body, it needs more like water than the average. It needs more micronutrients than the average, I guess. Like I thrive on a plant-based diet. I thrive on a lot of dark leafy greens. Okay. I have my junk food moments and I do all the things. I bake, I love a sweet treat. However, my body does its best when I'm getting at a cellular level a lot of green things. Okay. So when I did my original green juice fast, that was 30 days, only green juice. It was kale, celery, apples, and E3 Live and lemon juice. E3 Live was like a sea vegetable supplement, very potent, strong, like algae and stuff like that, right? So I did that 30 days, just that and water, nothing else, no solid food, nothing else, right? And I felt, after the first 2 weeks were really hard and I felt sick, like sicker. But I had done that because I had been on a lot of medication, and I knew by experience that when I go back to my rheumatologist and tell them that I feel worse or something, all they were doing was increasing my prednisone. And if you know anything about prednisone, miracle drug / bane of my existence. And anyone who's been on it, the long-term side effects are diabolical. That your bone density crashes, and that includes like teeth, that includes everything. Your sight, your vision could leave. it could cause so many health issues just from taking this life-saving drug. So I did not want for that to happen. And my friend was raw vegan at the time, and he took me down to a like health food store in the Bronx. And I was talking to these Rastas, and they were like, "Yeah, man, a cure for lupus. All you got to do is this." So I followed this Rasta man's recipe for green juice, and it worked. I'm gonna say it worked for me at that time, specifically being as hardcore as I was. It worked, but I did not. I was reading books like the China Study and Skinny BITCH, and I still it didn't connect. I was like, I would like to do this, but this seems hard or whatever it was. Like I had a million excuses like anyone because I have been used to, I'm a food person. My family is in the food industry. My mother is pastry chef. My grandmother was a chef. And after when she was semi-retired, she was working with the nuns at a convent cooking all their meals. So like I was in a food-centric life. And Jamaican and British people specifically, they eat everything from the rooter to the tutor. So I didn't know that I could transition to vegan. Like I just it was in my head like how am I gonna do that? So after that, I decided that I would do re-ups because I wasn't feeling well again after I went back to eating the SAD diet, which is a standard American diet. And that's kind of telling that it's called the SAD diet if like the standard American person is depressed and overweight and has all kinds of health issues and is going to die from a standard American disease, which is like heart disease, things that are preventable, proven preventable by diet, the SAD diet, standard American diet. So when I went back to eating everything, I, slowly would not feel as good. So I was like, okay, once a year, I'm going to do it 30 days and fast again, so that I can re-up. Instead, I don't know why I didn't think about, I was young, but I don't know why I didn't think about, why don't you just stay eating good stuff? Okay. But anyways, so I, on one of these re-ups, I was doing my fast, and for some reason, when I'm watching fat people TV, like My 600-Pound Life or whatever, I'll eat healthy. When I'm watching like a weight loss show, I'm eating garbage. And when I was fasting, I was watching a lot of mukbangs, which are eating shows, usually Korean eating shows, but they were Americans. A lot of Americans were doing it. So I was watching vegan eating shows. So they were making it look good. I was like, ooh, when I'm done with this fast, I'm going to try this recipe. I'm going to try that recipe. I'm going to do this and do that. So like not on purpose necessarily, but I went ahead and had a whole week's worth of recipes that I was going to try after I was done fasting. So when I was done fasting, I went one solid week and I did not eat any animal products. And I wasn't even necessarily trying, right? Like I just was so excited to eat this food that I had planned to eat while I wasn't eating any solid food that I was a week in and I was like, parents, I think I'm just going to stay like this. I'm just going to stay vegan. And they're like, like everybody was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, if it was that easy for a week and all I need to do is like plan out my stuff and I feel amazing still, I'm just going to stay. So I don't know who believed me or who thought I was going to go ahead and revert back to what I was eating before. But yeah, I stayed. So it's over 9 years. April will be 10 years that I have been vegan. And yeah, I love it so much and it makes so much sense in my life. But specifically, what my blood work shows since I've been vegan, what my attitude and my like compassion. I thought I was a compassion. I'm a super empath, legitimately. However, adding the aspect of not causing harm to the entire planet has really intensified my my empathetic soul. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the benefits of veganism first, and I'm showing you this for a reason because people right now who are losing their SNAP benefits, and that includes chronically ill people, That is not just the people who, I don't know, are not working. I don't know, whatever you think it is, that's not always what it is. People need these benefits. It is, I wrote it down, 42 million people in the US rely on SNAP benefits to make their grocery bills work. Okay. And 40% of those, about 40% of those, are children. They were just born. They don't have anything to do with anything. So whatever your bias is against people getting SNAP benefits, and gosh, I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to talk about politics on my show, but I have to talk about their children and sick people who might go hungry this month until further notice because of the government shutdown. And we need to do something about it. And if that means that you need to transition to a plant-based diet to save money, then that's what it is. It's about 20% you'll be saving off of your grocery bill if you go plant-based or vegan. If you change it to a couple days of the week, or like Monday to Friday, and then eat whatever on the weekends, you are significantly changing your grocery bill. And that can help anybody, okay? So okay, relax. I'm very passionate about this. I don't think anyone should go hungry because of a disability, because of not being able to work, whatever it is. Food is not a luxury. Food is a necessity that your body needs, okay? Especially if you already have something going on health-wise. So I'm going to show you some vegan stats. I love me a vegan stat. I showed different graphics before, but this is a cute one. Today on a vegan diet, you saved 1,100 gallons of water. You don't realize that feeding and watering these animals that you're eating is a significant dent in the resources that we have for this planet. We do not have unlimited resources, especially at the speed that people are eating and drinking. Today on a vegan diet, oh shoot, I can't even see it on my graphic. Let me look on my phone. Today on a vegan diet, you save the life of one animal, at least one full animal. From all the pieces of animal that you be eating, you saved at least one full animal. Today on a vegan diet, you saved 30 square feet of forest land. They are using so much forest land to feed these animals, housing animals. They are knocking things over to build, going into trees that should be there for oxygen and making it so that they can build factories for farms. It's not for buildings. It's not for people to live. It's for them to over process and overgrow these animals that don't need to be there. Like, I could go into some graphic things, like cows that they are making reproduce so quickly. They put them on what they literally call a rape rack, because animals should not be reproducing this often, this much, this far. It's inhumane. Anyways, let me get off my soapbox. But so you're saving all of those things, right? And vegans are less likely to die from heart disease. Vegans are less likely to have a stroke. I had one, but extenuating circumstances. Being vegan cuts your carbon footprint in half. That's so huge. That's so huge. Vegans spare the lives of about 30 animals each year. It's crazy. Like, that's a huge impact. Like, if you think you're not making an impact with every meal that you eat, you are. You really, truly are. And people who always say, like, they can't do it or whatever, I'm not saying you have to go full-fledged, but World Vegan Day was the 1st of November. And 90% more people are adopting plant-based food to their diet. So even if you're not fully plant-based, we are 4% of the population vegan. So, like, I'm not saying today go out and go vegan, but if you need help on how to go vegan, I can help. And there's resources everywhere. YouTube was my #1 supporter when I first went vegan, okay? And once you do finally take the plunge, most vegans and vegetarians stay meat free. So at least 81% reduce animal products after Veganuary, which is January, where I did a Veganuary challenge where people were vegan for that month. And 6.4% people planned a vegan diet for this year. So I'm just putting these stats out here because it will help you save money, #1. And #2, it will help us to save the planet. People act as if we just have, all the things at our fingertips forever and ever on. So I'm saying all that to say, please, if you are suffering from food insecurity right now, some chronically ill people that are on disability, all they have is SNAP benefits. That's all they have. They cannot go work. They don't have the energy. They do not have the strength. They barely can do the regular things for themselves, okay? And they're looking for like the most convenient foods. Speaking of convenient foods, I want to put out there, it is soup season. It is chili season. You can make affordable meals for like, I don't know, $8 or less. Follow people online like the Dollar Tree chef or something like that. What's her name? Dollar Tree Dinners is her YouTube name. Dollar Tree Dinners. If you need to cut your budget, you do not have it, look for Dollar Tree Dinners. They look pretty good. They look pretty like satisfying, that too. So and also she started a movement called the Meal in a Bag project. So what they're doing is taking canned good meals and a recipe card. She has recipe cards on her website. I think it's her, and there's other people that are doing it as well. But the Meal in a Bag project, recipe cards that you can print off and buy all those supplies if you have it to give, and include a can opener or make sure it's pop top, because a lot of people give away canned goods and people sometimes do not have the can openers. So put it all in like a big Ziploc bag, right? Or a reusable bag if you have that to give. Put that and bring it to a local food pantry. Bring it to, a local, you guys have those fridges? In New York, we have them. I haven't seen them out here, but they're like community refrigerators, and they get restocked by people like in the community. So if you can restock for someone else, please do that. Now, I had something else. Okay, so this is one other thing. So there is a program I had never heard of until very, very recently. It's called TFAP, the Emergency Food Assistance Program. Okay, so that is funded and done by the USDA. It's not a charity. It is redistribution of American grown food that's already been purchased. Okay, and it's from like American farmers. And if you qualify, and everybody can do this, seniors, anybody, right? If you qualify, you can, and the qualifications are better than SNAP. You can make up to 300% of the poverty line. Okay, so if you qualify, even with Social Security and all that, like you could probably still qualify. You get either a monthly box sent to you with all kinds of stuff, like pantry staples, plus they do vegetables and meat and whatever. So peanut butter, pasta, rice, vegetables, whatever it is, right? So you get a monthly box distributed to you, or they'll send you to a distribution center. And you can look it up on the USDA.com. They have the distribution centers listed and how to apply, that kind of stuff. All of this stuff is here for you to find out and for you to see. Do not get sad and depressed about this holiday coming up, a food holiday where a lot of people are not going to have access to food. But we're here, okay? The community is here for you. The information is there for you. You're going to be fine. We are going to be fine together, okay? Is that everything? Yeah. I took a bunch of notes. But yeah. Oh, I had written the meal in the bags. Yeah, it should be about under $8. All of them, the recipe cards that she's done. But I'm sure you could do it. Like, what's your favorite chili recipe? Like a bean, vegetable chili, or even soy. Um, the aisle in the grocery store that has like Mexican specific or like, you know, other nationality specific food. They have like this soy in a bag that's the cheapest. It's a like you just rehydrate it and add it to your beans, and it's a really awesome meat substitute for super cheap, like $2. At like Walmart. And I think I've seen it at Publix. I don't know what grocery store you have. I don't have like a Piggly Wiggly or something. But all right, let me read some of these comments. Y'all, I'm very much passionate about people being able to eat food. Food is not a luxury. I'll say that a million times. Your body needs it. And when I lost the ability to eat food, I was really sad. It wasn't just a physical thing. I was sad because of the comfort that it gives, because of the way that it brings people together, because I couldn't participate in family dinners because I was so sick and not able to eat. Food is bigger. It's bigger than just, going to McDonald's and get like, it is something that has always, food is in the Bible, the Last Supper. Like, it's so much. Okay. So let me read comments. Okay. I'm listening as well as preparing my dinner for tonight. Chicken stew. Yum, yum, yum. Enjoy. Good thing rice and beans, cornbread is delicious. Amen. It's so simple and so good. It's literally when I'm doing my best not to do fat girl activities, big back activities, if you will. I will go hard on some beans and rice and veg. I'm convinced I'll do vegan meal 1 to 2 times a week. Yes, Sharika, yes. Thank you so much. That will help your pockets and the planet. Okay, I love that for us. Okay, so let me scroll back to some comments. Rosie from Miami, Sonia from Strong Island, Value, congratulations. Thank you so much. She's vegan. Watching live from Washington, D.C. Hey, Tony. So very sad and alarming. It really is. It's really sad. I do not want to get into politics at all in any way, but this is breaking my heart. It's something I've been thinking about for a minute, and I don't understand how humans can be so cruel to other humans for underlying money, for dollar bills. Like, people don't realize that their actions cause people to not be alive, and that's terrifying. So very true. Super valuable information, beautiful wisdom here, 100%. Thank you for sharing this today. If there's anyone in NY area, I can help through New Vision Pioneers Palmanac, Chapter 85. I'm not sure what that is, but it's on my Facebook. I can add that information to my other platforms so that people get it. Thank you so much, Sonia. You're an angel person, you know it. But yeah, if anybody, that's a great idea. If anybody has resources that I didn't talk about on this show today, please put it in the chat. Please put it in the comments. Instagram comments do not stay, but if you inbox me the information, I will make sure to put it in the comments. And also, if you want to run this back when I repost it later today, please put it in the comments. Resources. We're sharing, we're caring, but we're looking out for each other. This is not just them versus us. This is all of us together. If it could happen to someone else, it could happen to you, no matter what it is, okay? Authentic, so much wisdom right here. Thank you for sharing. Love this. I get tons of value each time. Keep going. Your story is so powerful. Thank you so much, Brian. A number of churches have been part of the Share Food Network that distributes food once a month upon registration. Yes, see, stuff like that. Thank you so much. So on my Facebook, people have been putting in the chat things that are going to help with any kind of food insecurity you have or someone you know has or that kind of thing. I know in my area, there are several churches that distribute food. And you can go help distribute food. You can get food for your family. We're all in this together. It takes a village. It's time for the village to step up. 100%, Tony. Thank you so much for that. So Yes, I'm vegan for my health. I will stay vegan for the planet, for the karma, for all of it. And I'm not here to guilt anybody. I just know that everyone deserves to eat. And the cheapest way that I know how is plant-based foods. If you're gonna do some rice and beans, get dry rice, dry beans, and some kind of vegetable. Canned vegetables will do. Frozen vegetables will do if you cannot get access to fresh vegetables. But if you have food insecurity today, okay, please reach out. Do not be silent. I know my chronically ill crew, my spoonies, some of us are out here struggling and don't want to say anything because you're embarrassed. Do not be embarrassed. I'm here. We are here. And if you're ready for the Thanksgiving stuff, there's so many free turkeys that are being given out all the time. So if you need that, I'm going to keep adding to this post. Whatever information I find, direct someone to this post so they can find ways that they can get food for this season. No one should go hungry, period. Especially not during a holiday that's about food. Don't make no sense. No sense. All right, this is a topic well worth revisiting periodically. Yes, please come back. Please, I will do it again. During the holidays. I don't know why. I'll be thinking people got it, and it's not true. People who don't have it will be the people who look like they have the most. People will be out there in a Gucci belt and nowhere to live or no food on their plate. So, yes, y'all, thank you so much for all the comments, and please share this with who needs it, and do not be afraid to reach out, because if you need some guidance on veganism for chronic health, chronic illness, and or just food insecurity, I got you. Let me know. Oh, you know what I heard yesterday? I'll end with this. I heard yesterday a quote that says, even when you replace the I with we, even illness becomes wellness. Oh, isn't that crazy? Like if you wrote out the word illness and it has I in the beginning, when you take that away and put we in front of that instead, it says wellness. And that's so true. Together in community, we can be well with supporting each other, looking out for each other, advocating for each other. We are in this together. Take the I out, put the we in, and we got wellness together. Okay? Y'all, have a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all to the moon. Stay happily healed. Oh, I see you.